Hello, my lovelies. There we go. When I go, hello, hello, David said, I'm sounding like Tracy. So I'm back to my hello, lovelies. We're day 9. Day 9 of my 12 days. Oh no, we're day 10. Oh yeah, we're day 10. It's because I'm open at day 9, just to recap what we did yesterday. Just to recap then. Oh dear. I've just done my nails, so I don't be doing any, I'm not doing any fabric tack, else it'll fetch it off again. But it's making me cough now. Yeah, so we did our lovely paper clip yesterday, didn't we? So let's see. Now, this is one of the tags I did in the preview, preview for STITCHMAS, and bullion knots there. But what I've done is I buy these foil trays because I've got an air fryer, and they're really handy, the metal foil trays that you get takeaways and that in, and so they're useful for doing. Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Not bringing anything stronger this year. We haven't had cake yet, have we? We ain't got space for cake on this table.
We're on a diet, that's why.
Anyway, back to the metal tins. They all come with these metal lids. And I thought, fab. We can mount stuff on those for a bit of glitz and glamour for Christmas. So there we have it. Right, day 10. And we've got cup stitch. But before we start that, let's see what our mindfulness is today. I'll get that one. I'll have a sip of water, stop me coughing at you. Cute. Aren't they cute, these? I'm going to buy some more stuff from them. I don't know what else they do. I saw this. It was one of those adverts that comes through when you're on Instagram. EmbracingMindfulness.com. We're decorating mindfully today. It says, when time comes to get your home into Christmas mode, follow these steps for making the task more involved and a rewarding experience. Approach the task as though this is the very first time you have decorated a house for Christmas. Well, that is true here. We haven't been in this place before for Christmas, so it is. And we've already decided our large tree was far too large. The large tree you have in a bungalow is far too large for an apartment. Start with your tree. Feel its needles. Focus your mind on what emotions and memories this makes. If it's real, the good smell of its pine scent. I've got happy memories of my childhood. It was a big thing to decorate the tree. My mum used to buy a few new baubles every week, and of course in the 60s they were, you know, not cheap plastic rubbish, they were fantastic glass things. So hold your baubles and your tinsel and notice the detail and how it makes you feel. Be present in the moment as you put each decoration up. Think about where the best position is and how it contributes to the overall appearance of the home. Take your time. Notice and embrace feelings of excitement and anticipation for Christmas that build as you go this process. Now I also, this is not written on here, this is me talking. I do acknowledge not everybody celebrates Christmas, and I do acknowledge for a lot of people it's quite a lonely time, and it can be sad if you've lost loved ones this year and it's the first Christmas without them. Then, you know, it is difficult. But doing the decorating mindfully is all the more reason to allow yourself, you know, be there on your own if you want to have a good cry. Allow yourself to think of happy memories, think of the people you've lost, and it's quite cathartic, you know, because you're thinking about happy times as well. So it says this exercise merges orderliness not ordinariness, orderliness, with creative thinking, and breeds clarity and satisfaction in a task that sometimes can seem daunting or repetitive. So we will put that further back into day 10. I think we're getting into another signature with these. Right, day 10 and our cup stitch. So one of Tracie's tags, I've backed it on some music paper and I like that. And I've got one of our tag backgrounds that we did. We sewed the backgrounds. On here I've just wrapped some scrap wrapping paper around. I've put some green twine through it. I've got a little bit itty bitty of this Hessian burlap, which I do love. It's one of my favourite textured fabrics. We've got a heart and we've got our little angel on there. So I didn't want to put too much on it. Now, I think, did I decide it wouldn't fit in there, or does it? Oh, it does. We might have it in there then. We might swap that reindeer over and do some stitching. The stitching on that one. That's a good idea. Another one of the tags, my usual trick. Cut the tag topper off and use it somewhere else. I'm going to put that on with my art glitter glue. That's the beauty of the fine tip. It shouldn't wreck my nails, should it? They're not perfect, don't look too close. Everybody said they liked my red tips last year, so I've done them again, but don't look close. Don't look too closely. I'm going to put that just up there because I want it to be underneath my textured piece. It's getting far too chunky, really. I've already made next year's. I'm having so much fun with these Christmas journals. I've made the, well, I haven't finished making it, but I've put the signatures and everything in the cover for next year. I've enjoyed it so much. Okay, so we've stuck that on there. And I thought that I would got a bit of bling. We haven't had any bling yet, have we? So I thought we would have a bit of bling. So they are very sticky, these, I do have to say. We'll have a red one there. And we'll just put my needle in there. And what have we got here? See, I like these blue ones. Oh, they're sticking to my nails now. I'm watching the glue and the blinking stickle things. The blings are sticking on me. Do what I say, not what I do. Is it one of those? You see, this is it. You're back to mad Catherine. Daft back Catherine. Like that. And do we want a little word or something? What have we got down here? Oh, fragile, do not drop. Exactly. We want a red one or a green one. I think we'll have red. Just get rid of the white edging. So I hope you're all doing well. Hope you are enjoying doing some crafting this December. Thank you to everybody that's commenting every day, and I'm glad that you're enjoying the mindfulness. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's the most stressful month of the year is December, I think. And so what better than to have some ways of relaxing. Right then, that's that one, and that can fit in that side pocket there. Enough space. Right, okay, so we'll do the stitching and then I'll think about where I'm going to put the stitching. So the cup stitch, another new one for us. Okay, so I've been having a practice. I had to look it up because I had forgotten it. And I know I'd previously seen it on Ariane Zersha's channel. She's an amazing embroiderer and she does some lovely stuff. I just couldn't get the hang of it watching because she's left-handed. So any of you that are left-handed, go and check out Ariane Zersha doing it, or any of the stitchers, because it's useful. I couldn't get the hang of it, so I watched a different one. Somebody else on YouTube, and really I started off with this lovely find. This is from Wonderful Extravaganza. It's one of Sue Spargo's, and it's really fine and delicate and pretty, but I thought it didn't really help you because you couldn't see the stitch easily. So I'm going to do it in wool, some tapestry wool, needle point wool, whatever you call it. I'm splitting hairs now. I've got my massive needle again. It's becoming my best friend, this. Don't use it for binding and never a bit of sewing in between. Okay, so I've got my length of wool. Don't look for perfection. There are people that do it differently. There are those, you know, that are trained in pure embroidery. Do a far better job than me. Suits purpose for what I use it for. Okay, so I've got a bit of out of my leftovers, and I think if you've had some of my fabric packs before, you may well have a bit of this upholstery fabric. So we're going to do a triangle. I don't think there's any right or wrong way of doing this triangle, because as long as it's a triangle, everybody goes at it in a different direction. Okay. Then we go up here and down where we started. And across and back to the top. So I've done it fairly large so you can see it. So we've got our triangle. Now this is, you can do it as just one layer, or you can layer it up and up and up. That's where it gets its name, the cup, because you can build up texture. You might not be able to see on the camera, but I've done another layer on top and it builds up so it can look a bit like, I think it'd be an excellent stitch if you're doing an underwater, you know, theme journal. I ought to make another one of them. We've got a lovely kit. It's not in the shop at the minute because people weren't buying it. They buy it at the beginning and then they don't, so it wastes money trying to keep listing it. But I'm going to do another one of those. I had fun making that underwater journal. Anyway, I digress. So we come up in this corner and I'm going to hold my thread down here. So is the first one that's a bit tricky. So what we're going to do, and I know the other thing is that Ariane does, she goes in backwards so she doesn't get a needle stuck, and that threw me as well. So you're not going through the fabric, you're going under the stitch, like so. Now I've got the thread. Okay, so we're going under the stitch. You've got your thread in your other hand. You're taking it round your needle and down as if we're making a little knot. Well, we are making a little knot. And that first one, I like to you just thread it through like that. And we have got a little knot there. Okay, we're going under the bottom triangle again. We again are going round our needle and we are making a second knot, so that each part of your triangle you've got 2 knots, and you've got, if you can see that, that's a bit of a loose stitch, so, and you can probably see that underneath we've still got the length from the triangle with the knot on the left and a knot on the right. It's good for you to recognise this little bit because that's how we're going to do the next layer. Okay, so we're going to go again, we're going to go to our triangle here, we're going to go underneath it, we're going to wrap the stitch round. It's got caught on the fabric, and we're going to make our knot where all sorts of bits of tinsel and stuff getting stuck, and you're going to pull that knot, and there you have it. We're going to go through this one again, so every side of the triangle you're going to do 2 knots. Wrap it round, pull your thread through, it's following as that bit of tinsel, pull your thread through, and there you have your knot. Now again, there you can see we've got the link thread between that knot and that knot. We've got the link thread there between that knot and that knot. To our third side of the triangle, wrap our thread through and make a knot, and again wrap our thread round and make our knot. So there we have 6 knots, and if you like just that effect as opposed to this more raised effect, then that's fine, you can leave it at that and do several like that. But if you want to do the next layer, you take your stitch back through the middle again, and that's sort of completed the triangle. Twist your fabric around if you find that easier. So here we are, we're going to come up in the middle, and you can see that knot there, that loose one that I didn't pull tight enough, and that knot there. We've got the link stitch here, so we're going to sew into the link stitch. Wrap our thread round to make our knot, and make our knot. Okay, so between that knot and that knot, this knot and this knot here, we have another link stitch. You go through that, wrap it round, and there are your 2 knots on that part of your triangle. Okay, move it round. We're then on to this side of our triangle. We've got a knot there and a knot there and a knot there. Not there, not there. So we're going to go through the link, wrap it round and make another knot. Okay, then we've got that knot and that knot. We go through, round, make a higher knot on top. Turn your fabric. I found it easier to turn my fabric round for me. Not everybody does that, and I think that's how I started getting mixed up. Okay then, so we are here. We're on to our third leg, and we've got the 2 knots there. Okay, so between this knot and that knot, we've got a linking piece that we're going to put our new knot in. Between this knot and this knot, go through our linking piece. And then we've got the last 2 knots here, so between that and that, round there, we're going to go through and round, put our knot on the top, last 2 stitches round, turn my fabric and the last 2 knots, well no, we've got 2 more, sorry, link your stitch. So don't go through your knot, you go through that little bridging stitch between the 2 knots there, look, there we go, and make our knot. And then we see the last 2 knots there, go through, make our knot, and then go back down through the middle to finish it off. So there you have it, there you have another, can you see how it's, and you go on like that, so you go between both knots on the next layer up, and it just builds up from there so that you can you see the dimension that you've got there, you can see it like that there, look. Got the dimension. They'd be very good, and I didn't say what they were going to be very good for because I went on a tangent, didn't I, about aquatic journal. Very good as barnacles on rocks if you want to replicate that. Okay, last one just so you can see the base stitch. 1, 2, up that one and down that one, 3. Okay, there we go, come up in the middle, we'll go through, wrap our wool round, make knot number 1, go through, wrap our knot round, and we've got knot number 2. So we've got our 2 knots on that bottom of the triangle there, yeah? Turn it round, move the thread out the way, up, round, pull my thread through, knot number 3, sorry, knot number 3, up, round, knot number 4, we've got the last bit of the triangle there, running out of wool here, so I'm holding on, should just get the last 2, they're not there. They're not there. Oh, it's always difficult to decide how long to do your thread, isn't it? You're never quite sure with some of these. There we go. So there is, there you are. So you could leave it like that, and it is more of a triangular shape really. So again, back through your fabric, and there, if you just wanted the 1 layer cup stitch, you've still got a bit of raised texture. There we have it, guys. Hope that makes sense, because there's plenty of things on the internet really to show you that. Right, what am I going to do with this? That's my tag in there. Now I think that I want to have it hanging over the edge, so I'm just going to take a few threads off. Hello, helping hand.
Bonjour.
French Christmas, is it?
Bon Noel, is that?
Probably. Something like that. Let me just take a few off at that side, just to give it a bit more decoration. Thank you.
I'm going to leave it in the middle because it'll be stranded then.
Oh my giddy aunt.
It came out of the cracker.
No. Yeah, we haven't bothered with the crackers ever since that first year, have we? They were a right failure. We had some fun though, didn't we? It was the lockdown, and so yeah, we weren't going anywhere, so we just had fun, didn't we? All crafting. We never got anything to work that year. Right. Let's hope. Don't get this stuck on my nails. There we go. Let me just poke that down there. That's it. We don't want that showing, do we? I think my scissors will want a good clean and sharpen when we've done this. When we've finished our 12 days. So that, I love it. That is our cup stitch. And it gives us, look at that, a bit more thickness again. Nice little edging down our page. So let's have a look at tomorrow's stitch. 2 left, guys. Have we got 2 left? Yeah?
Yeah, 11 and 12.
Couching. One of my faves, another one of my faves. So we've got couching tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, do all the usual things to help my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.